100 quotes to make you wiser. Kindly subscribe so you won't miss the second part. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Always walk through life as if you have something new to learn, and you will. To acquire knowledge, one must study, but to acquire wisdom, one must observe. The past is behind, learn from it. The future is ahead, prepare for it. The present is here, live it. The wise man doesn't give the right answers, he poses the right questions. No man was ever wise by chance. The best way to predict your future is to create it. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. The years teach much which the days never know. The relevant question is not simply what shall we do tomorrow, but rather what shall we do today in order to get ready for tomorrow. A man only becomes wise when he begins to calculate the approximate depth of his ignorance. Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is true power. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. If you don't have a strategy, you're part of someone else's strategy. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. It is better to remain silent at the risk of being thought a fool, than to talk and remove all doubt of it. If money is your hope for independence, you will never have it. The only real security that a man will have in this world is a reserve of knowledge, experience, and ability. Develop an attitude of gratitude, and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. These are the signs of a wise man: to reprove nobody, to praise nobody, to blame nobody, nor even to speak of himself or his own merits. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform, or pause and reflect. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habit. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. In a good book room, you feel in some mysterious way that you are absorbing the wisdom contained in all the books through your skin, without even opening them. He who seeks wisdom is a wise man, he who thinks he has found it is mad. A single conversation with a wise man is better than 10 years of study. The better a man is, the more mistakes he will make, for the more new things he will try. I would never promote to a top-level job a man who was not making mistakes, otherwise he is sure to be mediocre. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The wise man sees in the misfortune of others what he should avoid. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. You've got to think about big things while you're doing small things, so that all the small things go in the right direction. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. Every person that you meet knows something you don't. Learn from them. Think before you speak. Read before you think. The best index to a person's character is how he treats people who can't do him any good, and how he treats people who can't fight back. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. The unexamined life is not worth living. Turn your wounds into wisdom. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, "What's in it for me?" Suffering is a gift. In it is hidden mercy. Angry people are not always wise. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom: first, by reflection, which is noblest; second, by imitation, which is easiest; and third, by experience, which is the bitterest. You do not write your life with words. You write it with actions. What you think is not important. It is only important what you do. Wisdom is the right use of knowledge. To know is not to be wise. Many men know a great deal, and are all the greater fools for it. There is no fool so great a fool as a knowing fool. But to know how to use knowledge is to have wisdom. If we encounter a man of rare intellect, we should ask him what books he reads. Honesty is the first chapter of the book Wisdom. Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is true power. Learn to light a candle in the darkest moments of someone's life. Be the light that helps others see, it is what gives life its deepest significance. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies but also to hate his friends. Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring about what others think. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. I used to think the worst thing in life is to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel all alone. You cannot teach a man anything, you can only help him find it within himself. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Don't waste your time with explanations, people only hear what they want to hear. People who know little are usually great talkers, while men who know much say little. All knowledge hurts. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Wisdom is not a product of schooling but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. I think I've discovered the secret of life, you just hang around until you get used to it. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. Many people die at 25 and aren't buried until they are 75. Live today as if it were your last. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. The more you know, the less you need. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. The only source of knowledge is experience. Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Don't count the days, make the days count. Life is too important to be taken seriously. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life: it goes on. Success is not in what you have, but who you are. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Wisdom is the ability to make sound decisions and judgments based on experience and knowledge. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved but only outgrown. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing, the next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. A wise man makes his own decisions, an ignorant man follows public opinion. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. And that concludes our first part. Kindly hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you won't miss out on the second part. Your support means a lot, and I look forward to sharing more valuable content with you. Thank you.